Hey Cancer, this is Perrymore Tarot's daily reading for August 15th, 2024. This is for Cancer. A lot of shuffle coming out for Cancer. Let's see what's going on. So Cancer, what we have is behind a mask and status quo. Oh gosh, so this would tell me here that you could be, I think that you're being quiet. You're being quiet. Is also telling you that you need to keep some things to yourself. Even though it's like the faces that you could make, it's like even control your facial expressions. Okay, you need to be very, very, I would say, don't let anybody know what you're really thinking. Yeah, you need to act like you're bored, uninterested. Or if you're bored and uninterested, um, don't show it, right? Act like, you know what, I think I want to go over there and do this on my own. I think it's best if I just do this or whatever. Um, but they're showing that you can't do that. It seems like you're in a group setting. Four of Cups over this whole reading. Let's see. Six of Cups. These may be people that you know or know of, or these are like past people. They're showing a lot of past energy. But the Four of Cups over the whole reading talks about just being disconnected, right? You may not feel as connected to people right now. You may not want to be bothered with people, especially at work. They're showing, oh my goodness. And they're saying that you kind of want to, mm, I don't know, things used to be different. It shows like these are connections that you have at work. These may be friends at work that the relationships may have been different, and they may require a lot of work right now to rebuild or to reconnect or something like that. But it seems like you may not be as interested with dealing with them as much as you used to. Like you may have been, they're showing you being friends with people at work, and now you just don't want to be bothered. I just don't see you wanting to be bothered with them. I also see that they may have let you down, or they're in a certain place where you're like super disappointed. Like maybe they're not the same. They're fake, or they were being fake in the past, and now you see the real them, and you're like, oh. So you have to pretend that you don't want to, you know what I mean? Pretend that you do want to be bothered, but you got a lot going on. They're asking you to act like you're booked and busy. You're just too busy. Oh man, I would help you, but I gotta crunch these numbers over here. I got a lot of work to do. So yeah, maybe next time I'll catch you for lunch. Like, and it doesn't have to be work, but there's something about you not being interested in a connection. It could be a romantic relationship where you're just like, I'm not interested in the connection anymore, but I gotta play the part. I gotta pretend something that you may have seen or dealt with them. You may realize like you're seeing the real true them, and you don't like what you see. You may want to be left alone and not be bothered with this person anymore. And so, I mean, that's perfectly okay, but they're saying you got to hide that from them. It could be a passing phase because they're saying it's a cycle of like you just don't want to be bothered. You have to fake that though. You have to pretend like you're busy so that you don't tell them you don't want to be bothered with them right now. Courage is the Two of Wands and strength. You got to hold back. You can't even tell them what your plans are. It seems like Spirit is asking you to plan with conviction about doing something that you really want to do, working on something that you always wanted to do. You have to be brave enough to plan it, but also to keep it to yourself. The energy around you is like people are going to be really wanting to plan with you. Okay. And people are going to be bold and be like, yeah, we're going to do XYZ, but let's see if Cancer wants to go, or try to make plans around you when you really may not want to be bothered. Right? It seems like underneath all the plans that they're making, even if it's overbearing, um, after maybe a period of not even paying any attention to you, all of a sudden they're like, oh, Cancer. Underneath all of it, they do want this relationship to work, or a connection with you to work, like badly. But I don't know that you are interested. I see someone whose spirit's saying you need to control your facial expressions, because you might look at them and be like, whatever. You might be in that whatever energy. And I'm seeing people miss you, but you going whatever. But you need to, instead of exuding that energy, you need to say, I'm busy. You need to be busy as crap too. Make sure you're busy. Because these new beginnings here with the Knight of Wands and the Four of Swords, you might be struggling to block them. You may want to ignore people. You're at a point now where you're more interested in your own stuff. Like maybe you guys don't share common interests anymore. There's a lot of things you'd rather do on your own for some of you. And like I said, this is not always like a romantic Two of Cups. This could be friends or people that you work with. And it's like, I see you going through a cycle where you're just like, I wish I could just do something. Like, say this is work and you just like, I want to go and eat in my car by myself. You, it's like a struggle to do that because I can't see them. I see them almost taking offense. Like it would cause a conflict. Oh wow, Cancer, you went and got, a pizza and then talked to me about it. You're like, I just wanted to be by myself and watch a video on my phone. We don't even like the same stuff anymore. You're talking about foolishness and that, or you're talking about this, and I'm not interested in that. Like there, there's something about them that they didn't even show you before that you may be like, oh my gosh, I'm so sad because we don't like the same stuff. They may have a different opinion. They may like, they just like something different. And it seems like now you're like, yeah, I'm not interested in that. I just keep seeing the same thing repetitively. So Spirit wants you to be busy. Like you've got something to do that would require you being alone. I'm going to a doctor's appointment on my lunch break, or I'm doing something on my break, or I got something to do that just it's like they're not going to go with you. I got to go to the bathroom. Are they going to come in the bathroom with you? No, you know what I mean. So you have to pretend that whatever it is that you're doing requires solitude. It's important. You know what I mean? It's official stuff. Or I'm gonna go meet my spouse. I'm sorry I can't spend time with you guys. Or I'm sorry, spouse, I gotta meet. I have a very important meeting, or whatever the case is. Spirits more like I guess telling you don't be obvious. You're gonna have to tell a little story or two to get away from them. And maybe because this is a passing cycle, you don't want to burn bridges before the cycle passes. You know. And so I'll leave that with you. You could be dealing with a Leo very strongly or an Aries or Sagittarius. So you could be a Cancer Leo cusp. If you're not dealing with those signs, which you don't have to be, those signs could also be in your chart. If you'd like to book a personal reading with me, my links are on my page. Peace, love, and light. Take care.